an illusion, or is it real? You decide.
The day is November 22nd, 1963. JFK was assassinated. Was it by one man or multiple shooters? Find out tonight on Is This Even Real? I'm your host, Kevin, and I got with me my boy, Darren.
What's up?
I got with me my boy, John.
What's up, everybody?
And I got with me my girl, Kayla.
What's up, everybody?
And as stated, we're talking about the JFK assassination. So what are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you think it is a one person? Do you believe that curved bullet theory?
Yeah, what's everybody's background thoughts on it? What do you guys know?
Well, first, I think
Lone gunman or multiple?
I think multiple.
I've always thought multiple. And the only reason why is because I never believed a bullet could curve.
Darren, why do you think it's multiple?
Because when you see the footage of when JFK gets shot, unless I'm seeing it wrong, I do believe, at least I've seen it, where he holds his neck first for a second, looking like he's in pain, and then his brains go flying out onto the hood.
Okay.
So that means he would have had to have got shot twice.
Trunk.
Yeah, it was on the trunk.
On the trunk. But if you know what I mean, first his
yeah.
neck. So he got shot more than once, and they only said he got shot once.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kayla? What you know about the subject?
I don't know much, but I do remember watching a video probably a couple of years ago of the assassination, and it looked like he got shot more than once, and from different directions, in my opinion. So I think there were multiple shooters.
Yeah, I think we're all in conclusion with multiple. I think it was multiple shooters.
Because
as well.
if he was holding his neck, right, you got to think the exit wound's going to be bigger, so you'd have more pain in the front than when he was holding his neck, and then...
Well,
But then the other day, I also saw a video where I also may think that may change it a little bit depending on it, but it may be one guy, but not Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh,
right. Like, I think maybe one person killed him, that he didn't get hit multiple times. But
Well, yeah, he got hit multiple times, but it was one guy that fired the shots.
Right, so it
from
sounds...
multiple locations,
No.
or just
from one location, so...
Different conspiracy theory. I saw it for the first time, I think, like a couple days ago.
Now,
Nice.
are you guys saying that you think one person shot him, but there might have been multiple people contracted to do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
especially over time.
that would make sense.
Especially with like all his policies and all the stuff that he was doing that they didn't like. Yeah.
Well, yeah, didn't he get like backing from the mafia, and then he wanted to crack down on the mafia?
Well, it wasn't backing by the mafia. It's just the mafia thought he'd be a better president to basically be more lenient on them. So they went around the neighborhoods and stuff and then were promoting Kennedy.
Okay.
So-
You get what I'm saying? So they had no direct communication with Kennedy. It was just
The way
pushing
were
it
showing,
and making
yeah.
pro-Kennedy stuff to make him, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Because you got to remember, back then, I don't believe, was there any, there was no internet back then, was there, or was there?
No.
So think about that. You have mafia organizations putting the posters up everywhere, Kennedy, Kennedy, Kennedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a way easier to manipulate people back then than, well, actually, no, it is easier today to manipulate
Right.
people.
So between November 22nd, November 2nd and the 22nd, all within the same month, there was two assassination attempts and one that got a plot that got foiled ahead of time. So within a month, there was like 3 situations where they tried to get him.
Yeah.
And the
I
third
believe
time
it,
they
dude.
got him.
So there was one time in Chicago on the 2nd where he was supposed to attend the Army Air Force football game.
No
And then
way.
right after that, they were supposed to go to, well, it's at Soldier Field.
Yep.
Then the motorcade was to follow up at the O'Hare Airport Loop.
Mm.
So they were going to go do the game and then go do a motorcade. Then, but the route was published in the local newspaper. So it was put out ahead of time what it was doing. The trip got canceled by the White House after 2 major threats were reported. A guy named Thomas Vahali, he was a right-wing radical, ex-Marine. He arranged to be off work that day, and he was so the police arrested him in a traffic stop on his way to the location.
Wow.
Okay.
It's in the car. They found an M1 rifle with a scope, a handgun, and between his apartment and what was in the vehicle, he had thousands of rounds of ammo.
So he wanted to go out guns blazing.
And the place that he worked at was along the route, and it had a great sniper perch.
Wow.
So they were trying to say at one point that they didn't share these details between like the first and the Dallas one.
Yeah.
So if they would have shared these details, most of these things are similar.
Right.
Dude, for real. Yeah,
so there's
because
a sniper's perch in here along the route. The second one was a Tampa. This is a Mafia one. So there was a JFK visited Tampa on the 18th. So this is 16 days later. The plot was a sniper from a tall building similar to Dallas. Over 600 officers were supposed to be there. So after that, they cranked up the personnel and how many cops are there. And then they said they see precautions that were put in place here that weren't in Dallas because they cranked up the security so much.
well, also in Dallas, they switched the route at the last minute. And if I'm not mistaken, you're going to have to fact check me on this, but even the cops were confused on why they were rerouting the way that they were.
And you'd think they should be informed if, a
yeah.
route is changing.
Right. It would make sense.
Yeah.
And then also cops were told to pull away from the president too, if I'm not mistaken.
On the actual assassination day?
On Elm Street. When he turned down to where he got shot at, he should have had police escorts all around him.
That's
pretty
what they
much.
talked about. So in Tampa, when they were doing it, I think they had them like right on the car. Mm-hmm. And compared to when they brought him to Dallas, they said they upped it to 600 people in Tampa for officers. But when they brought him to Dallas, it was nowhere near that. And then the people weren't near the cars. They weren't following the same procedures that they did when they upped it and took the security threats seriously. So they were like really lax and lenient when they got to Dallas. They didn't even have as much shit as they did
I believe that,
for
dude.
Tampa.
Well, and
Oh, and then I had one more part of that Chicago one. So there was a report that from a motel manager that 2 Cuban nationals were trying to check in, and they were seen spotted with high-powered rifles, scopes, and a map of the route.
What?
Damn.
They just have it, like, carrying it in their pockets? Like,
yeah, so
what's
that's the
happening?
hotel manager spotted him with all that. So it was like, it's
Right.
crazy.
It's like it's
At least
insane.
put it in a suitcase or something.
Yeah. I mean, they should have, at that point, they should have just walked up to the manager and been all like, is this correct, this route here with their guns and stuff? It's on a table, you know what I mean?
And then, of course, the third attempt was Dallas, but where they got him.
but like,
Okay.
wouldn't
It
you?
wasn't an attempt. Sorry. It's not an attempt.
Right.
A successful attempt?
Wouldn't you think that knowing that you would increase, right? And then maybe not even do another freaking parade for a little while?
Yeah, no, I know, all within the same month, within 20 days. Like,
Yeah.
assassination, attempt potentially, serious threats, and then the third one got him.
So it
Right,
seems
yeah.
like possibly the Cubans were behind the first one in
Trying.
Chicago. In Chicago, trying with also the ex-military guy, because that was another person.
Yep.
And then the mob, they failed, so the mob's like, "We got you guys. We're going to
then
Tampa."
They tried to take him out in Tampa because I think the association there was RFK, right? His brother
Yep.
was hardcore into prosecuting the mafioso people.
Yeah.
So that was and there's a lot of mafia associations down in Tampa, Florida and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, we're going to get him here.
Yeah.
Well, then the mafia, too, at least a specific one that Jack Ruby was tied to, they had a lot of connections in Cuba. So the mafia itself could have been behind the first assassination attempt, just because they could have been because of the CIA. So my theory is the CIA has mafia connections, and then they had the mafia contract the Cuban assassins. You know what I mean? Because think about it, that's all deniability. at
Well,
that
yeah,
point.
you know those nationals were probably like Cuban military. Then the other guy was ex-military from the United States.
Yeah,
But
and
then so Lee Harvey Oswald was a Marine too. So that's two things that they have kind of in
Oh,
common
yeah.
right there. It's at least it's like the military correlation.
Interesting.
right. So then in Dallas, I bet you, my opinion, and allegedly, I would say the CIA was the one that executed the one in Dallas because they had Oswald up in the bookstore. Then right or the
Depository.
I said store. My bad. Yeah.
School book depository.
No, I just lost my train of thought because I was thinking about that. So he was up there. I also, in a video maybe about a year ago that I watched on it, something about someone was in a sewer
Yeah,
shooting through the grates,
Yup.
and then
out
behind
of a storm drain.
yeah, and then behind a bush and or
Grassy knoll or whatever.
So
you like a fence.
the four
Yeah,
scenarios
the
for
fence.
shooters that I've heard, because I've heard up to 4. So you got the grassy knoll,
Yep.
book depository,
Yep.
overpass, and then the white fence.
Oh, I didn't know about the overpass.
Yep. So they said that's why they're saying it came from the front.
Oh, yeah, because I thought that's with the one that with the sewer. That wasn't also in.
It was on an angle, but
More at
it
an
was-
angle?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're saying the ones from the front could have been the overpass. That's the fourth potential one.
Yeah, and with more of the documents coming out and stuff like that, we're starting to see more evidence, and that supports it. Also, apparently, Joe Rogan has said it many times. If you go to that area, it says multiple shooters versus a single shooter.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like they have a plaque
plaques
that.
Yeah.
and
Oh
stuff.
wow.
Like you can go. This is like they have an X
Yeah.
on where he was actually like hit.
Murdered. Yeah.
I've also heard that they refilmed the execution.
I watched a couple documentaries where they redid it.
Well, like the CIA like redid it
Like
in the
staged it.
Oh yeah,
kind of?
more than likely. Well, they did the same thing in the documentary I watched. They set up the car and rolled it through and put them in the depository and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and didn't they say like that? There's no way from him being there, the angles of the shots lined up or something? Did they say
Yeah.
that?
Kind of.
That's why the curved bullet theory was the way they
magic
were
bullet.
able
Smoke screen.
Yeah, the magic bullet.
Magic bullet.
Yeah, it was a smoke screen. You know what I mean?
So I got something on the magic bullet theory,
What's up?
or the information I found.
Well,
So,
yeah. I was gonna say this though, that magic bullet theory. Here's how stupid that theory is. I mean, they might as well have. They didn't say this, but they might as well have. Like, yeah, the bullet was like winding around, went under like a bunch of people's legs, threw a couple basketball hoops, ordered some coffee, and then it went to, JFK's head. They might as well have just said that with how ridiculous it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, I got you. So there was 2 bullets found. One bullet had multiple fragments that had ended up in,
Thank you.
like, through Kennedy and into the floorboard. So that was one bullet. It splintered. Then they had found one whole entire bullet that this guy, hold on, what's the name? So 2 bullet fragments were found in the car. A Secret Service agent, after 60 years of silence, talked about finding a bullet that was sitting right behind JFK in the car, and a whole entire bullet. And he picked it up and he put it in his pocket because he was fearing that souvenir hunters would try to take it. And then he later slipped it onto the gurney or the stretcher that JFK was on, thinking the doctors would need it. So that's the magic bullet theory. It was there the whole time. He picked it up, put it in his pocket, and put it on the gurney.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
And the thing I was talking about is later on during the investigation, which I've seen documentaries and movies, is they were trying to explain using the word the magic bullet how it didn't go in a straight line and then it
yeah.
went crazy.
So the thing that I spotted when I was looking at it, the Warren Commission said the first bullet went to the front seat and into the floorboard and split into 2 fragments. The second magic bullet went into Senator Conley, was on his stretcher. That was according to the Warren Commission. But this guy, Paul, or is it in here? Paul Lands or whatever, a book in 2023. They said the bullet was found on JFK's stretcher.
Oh,
So that
okay.
detail was switched.
yeah, dude, like,
And that was coming from the Secret Service agent that found the bullet and put it on his stretcher.
right. And isn't the word conspiracy come from the JFK? Like, they started labeling stuff as conspiracy because of
Yeah,
this.
probably that's just so people can, yeah.
You might have to fact check me on that.
I will.
But even at that, though, whenever they say conspiracy and stuff like that, that's just trying to discredit anybody's, theories on stuff,
Right.
Because, well, we're going to have a alien UFO thing eventually, but just like they say with people with aliens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sidetrack real quick, but, they'll say, oh, conspiracy, this, that, just to make people, like, discredited. So
Right.
same with these, things, they'll call them conspiracies.
Then that video we also watched about, I don't know if you watched it too. What was his name?
Oh, the documentary?
Yeah, Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone's, I watched a little bit of, like I said, his Congress meeting, and they talked about NBC has footage, the original footage of the shooting, and they have been asked multiple times to release it, and they won't.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Why- I mean, like, that's the whole thing with frame 313, 313.
For the Zapruder film?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
because that shows the moment JFK gets shot or unalived.
Alive. But then they also said that NBC footage shows Oswald on the ground in the background, like not even in the book depository, like in the on the ground.
I believe it.
As they're passing by,
Oh, dude.
or a
Yeah.
guy that looks really close to him.
Well, and speaking of him too, though, the Oswald I was seeing some stuff that was saying, after he supposedly shot JFK, he was chilling in the lunchroom. So to me, if you just shot the president, you're not going to just be going sitting down,
Yeah,
Unless
in
you
a
want to be
lunchroom.
unsuspicious.
But still, you're going to
Yeah.
get the hell out of there.
the
Yeah.
fact that they left Oswald left the entire gun and all the casings just behind a couple boxes from where he shot it, and just was chilling somewhere else.
Right.
Like, how casual is that?
And then also, how do they know exactly where the fire, the shots came from? Because,
Trajectory.
Yeah,
well, yes, but
Well, the biggest problem with
they
that,
have
though,
scientists.
is the vehicle and stuff was still moving as he got shot. I mean, I know they got like the camera footage and stuff, so we could say that they used the camera footage to put the vehicle where it was when it happened. But, because typically you get shot, the forensics and then trajectory is going to be where your body is laid. But
Right.
with them, you know what I mean? I mean, they got like the recording, so that's probably how they did it. But still, the vehicle was still moving and everything like that, though.
It's a
So,
lot
I mean,
more to
that's-
take into account.
Yeah, so they could have been more or have more chances to be inaccurate as of the trajectory of the bullet.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Plausible
That's a good point.
deniability.
Yeah.
So when they arrested him and they were taking him in, I think it was a quote was, "I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I did," or something like that when
Yeah.
they arrested him.
Oh yeah,
So he was like, he doesn't even know what he was getting arrested for.
Interesting.
yeah. I really don't believe he was the person. I think he was just the fall.
He was a patsy. He
Yeah.
was a fall guy.
The Russians have said that when he trained over there, he was a bad shot. He didn't have a really good shot or anything like that. And
I
I
got
think
stuff on that.
I was going to say, you have that, don't you?
I think also in the military, when he was in the military, he wasn't that great of a shot too.
Okay.
Could be wrong, but I think
So-
that's what I remember.
Military stuff I got on him. U.S. Marine from 1956 to 1959. Joined at 17. Radar operator in Japan. Was working on U-2 spy planes. He defected to the Soviet Union after being discharged, returned to the U.S. in 1962 with his wife at the time. He had taught himself Russian while he was in the military. So while he was in the military, he had got court-martialed 2 times.
For what? Did you know?
Yeah. So one time he shot himself in the elbow with his own handgun.
Oh my gosh.
And you're telling me this guy assassinated our president?
This is why I want to play into your shooting thing. So he shot himself in the elbow with a handgun. Number one. The second time he was fighting with his sergeant about his punishment from the first thing. And then he got marshaled the third time, actually, for firing off his rifle into the jungle while being on sentry duty in the Philippines. So he actually got 3 court-martials while he was in there
How wasn't that guy in prison?
before he left.
Because, like,
He was in the end, right?
well, no. I mean, he was for, like, a day or 2.
Oh,
I don't
really?
remember. Yeah, he got...
So on transport, they shot him and killed him.
Yeah, the mob, right? The mafia.
Jack Ruby, yeah.
Yep, Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so
But-
there's so much to this, and now that all the files are coming out, we're learning a lot more.
Yeah.
And with Jack Ruby too, right? He was saying that he did it because he was patriotic and all this crap, but it's all like, we all know it's a lie, dude. Because you're affiliated with a mafia, you're doing all this crime crap. If you're so patriotic, you would be a red, white, and blue, obeying the law at all times American. You know what I'm saying?
Fact check this, Kayla.
Gail.
Say Gayla.
Gayla.
Kayla.
It's Kayra.
Fact check this, Kayra. I think after he had done the Lee Harvey Oswald assassination and killed him, he was murdered like a month or 2 later.
Yeah, by some senator, right?
I don't know exactly, but they took
Was it?
him out too.
Yeah, it was a senator or somebody. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see who killed Jack Ruby.
Yeah,
But
so they cleared him out. So he
Yeah.
cleared out Oswald, and then they cleared
They're
him
just
out.
trying to cover all the tracks
Yeah.
of anything. That's wild.
Jack Ruby, right?
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So, going off more of it, during his military experience as a Marine, it says all Marines are trained in shooting.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Sorry, are you good?
He has something
yeah,
to
go
say.
ahead.
Okay.
Please,
Sorry.
who did
No
Jack
one
Ruby?
killed Jack Ruby. He died of natural causes, lung cancer, complications, and I'm not going to try to do that. But he died on January 3, 1967, while awaiting a new trial.
That's
Okay.
4 years after.
oh, I had that wrong. Another
about 4
conspiracy
years.
with Jack Ruby is they were injecting him with a bunch of psychedelics, and then it made him go nuts, so he
Okay.
couldn't be admissible in court because they're like, this guy's a lunatic.
Damn, I thought it was a few months after he took out Oswald, but I mean, a couple of years. But they're probably like slowly killing him. Like
I was gonna
through
say-
the
Yeah,
whole-
they were.
I've heard
Yeah.
many times that the CIA has been able to inject somebody with cancer and
Oh, yeah.
they die.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people that, like whistleblowers, a lot of them die from cancer. Sorry.
They're injected with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the easiest form of just and nobody.
What do they
really,
inject?
Something to kill your cell.
Cancer cells?
Yeah, it's got to be like straight up just cancer cells into you somehow.
Yeah.
There's a theory that I would like to get into eventually about how our food diet that we were raised up to think is the right way is to help cause cancer in us to keep for the Great
It
Reset.
worked.
Makes sense.
A lot of people
So,
have cancer.
but I am sorry for cutting you off.
The world's run by big bread.
Yep. Red dye.
Yeah. So, anyways, so as a Marine, all of them are trained to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
December 1956, Oswald scored a 212 on his sniper's qualification, whatever it may be, which labels you as a sharpshooter, which is the medium class.
Mm-hmm.
So there's three classes. You're either a marksman, which is the lowest, a sharpshooter, which is 2, and an expert, which is the highest. So in 56, he scored sharpshooter in the middle. And then so between that, 3 years later, he scored a 191, which put him at the lowest level. But that was right before, like, we'll say, 59? a couple, like 4 years.
Before the president.
How many years?
4. Yeah.
4 years before the assassination.
Yep.
So 4 years before the assassination, they're showing that he's incompetent. He dropped a whole level.
And who's to say that, well, we would have to check dates, but when he shot himself in the elbow with his gun versus, like, was he a sharpshooter? Then he shot himself and then became worse. And then with
That's a good
the
question.
elbow, with the...
Well, it's got to be at some point in the military experience because you probably took the test when he first got there, got the 212. Because look at it. Yeah, 56 to 59.
Yeah.
So he got in right at 56, got his 212, and then the last year before they kicked him out, he got the 191.
Just blame it on the elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I shot myself in the elbow. Just can't shoot right like I used to.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it goes through your muscles and stuff.
Well, and then to do multiple shots too, because I'm not by far, I am not an expert in guns, but I would assume like a rifle would give you a little bit of a kickback no matter what type of gun it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, and the rifle, and I'm only talking from my Red Dead Redemption 2 experience with the Caracano rifle, whatever. Isn't that a bolt action?
yeah.
So you'd have to shoot, but then you'd have to, and then
Yep.
And
So
they
that
said
would
they
take
fired off
time.
3 rounds.
and then lining up the shot. Because if you think about it, how the shots came, right? If you know the 2 shots, right? They were super close together. Is what I'm getting at. So think you shoot, you got go like that, still moving, and then you
Re-aim.
still have to aim up the
Yeah.
shot. It would take more time than you know what I mean.
So they said 2 rounds hit him, but 3 rounds were fired.
So there's no way. There's no way. it
Yeah,
could
so
have
they
been.
said in that meantime, he managed to crack off 3 shots.
Right. And then also depending on what elbow he shot himself.
They also said he was posted up. He had stuff
Okay, so he
perched.
had it.
So he had like stuff in front of him.
So as long as he didn't shoot his cocking elbow,
But yeah.
as long as he
Good
didn't,
And we'll be right back.
It's like, hi, Mom.
as long as he
Good
didn't,
night.
as long as he didn't do that, then I could see him being able to fire off 3 rounds decently fast. Not
Right,
saying
crack
like
'em off.
Yeah.
like that, but you'd be able to get it going.
But I
But
feel like
this
you'd
is-
still shift and you'd have to re-aim a little.
Well, that's
right?
where
Naturally,
the
you get to
posting.
lock back on target.
Oh yeah, especially with a moving
It's-
vehicle.
yeah.
Actually,
But then you picture from 59 was the last time he supposedly shot, and this is 4 years later.
Right.
And then he's just cracking them off like it's nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're expected like military expert, like he just like
Right. Exactly. Like because you know that's what a big red flag for me is. I mean, because it's all like this ain't like what Rocky 3 with a Russian guy where you know there's 2 training montages in the movie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I just don't think like Lee Harvey Oswald would have been having 2 training montages and being able to crack off 3 shots. And
So, facts about the gun, however you say the name.
I think it's Caracano. I think I could be wrong.
Caracano?
So,
It's Italian.
Carcano?
It's Italian.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Italian
Italian.
based
Yep.
or made.
Melissa.
the gun was purchased for 1995 by mail order from a sporting goods store in Chicago in March of 63. He used the name A. Hadell, where went to the post office box in Dallas, where he picked it up, and then so he ordered it by mail
Who?
for $20.
Ain't that crazy?
Oswald?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Wait, what did he mail order?
he
The gun.
mail ordered the gun.
Yeah, you guys have guns in the mail back then.
Yeah, for $20.
Well, bro, it gets worse. It gets worse because you know, like in
I
the
did not know that.
but you know, like in like the 20s and 30s and stuff like that, right?
Well, yeah.
Is I've seen documentaries. You could be 8 years old, walk into a gun store and buy
Give me
a
that.
Tommy gun with fully loaded, like one of those 30-round mags. A 8-year-old could be walking down the street with a fully loaded Tommy gun.
I
Yeah.
believe that. And, you know, I mean, like, even all the way up until the 50s, they made, like, shotgun racks for trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah, you could just cruise around with your gun right there next to
But
you.
yeah,
like-
dude, $20 mail order gun.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's fucking awesome.
But speaking
a
of that-
rifle, more or less. Can you imagine how fucking handgun's smaller? You could get
Right.
a discount for like $5.
So,
But with that gun though, is I do know because it's Italian made, but I was seeing a thing saying that it's not a good quality gun though.
No, it's
So-
not great.
Yeah.
That's what's funny about it. So they're like, that's how they question part of the shots.
So-
how'd he hit it with that gun?
Yeah, because apparently it's junk, apparently, is what they were saying.
Yeah.
So wait, hold up. You're telling me he ordered a gun from, I know they was probably in the United States, but from Italy for $20
From Chicago.
from Chicago.
He
Okay.
he ordered an Italian rifle from Chicago for $20 in the mail in
I just
March
wanna-
of '63.
I just want to believe that he bought it from Italy.
So between what? March and November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, March and November.
here's
So
a
in March he got the gun. So we talked about him trying to practice shooting for 4 years, but he got the gun months before the assassination.
right, and he was a shoddy shot coming out of the
Yeah, shot,
Yeah,
shot.
so piece
Shoddy
that
shot.
together. Like he didn't even have the actual rifle he's been used to take out the assassination the whole time until like
Right,
months
right.
before.
Here's a fun fact, real quick. During the interrogation of Oswald, he denied involvement in the assassination, calling himself a pansy.
Nice.
Did he say pansy or did he mean patsy?
Oh, it might be Patsy. But I like the pansy. Right by my thumb.
Patsy.
Like, I'm too much of a pansy to shoot the president. Please don't lock me up.
I like the pansy better.
Yeah, I
It's
was
like,
like, oh
please,
wait.
Mr. Ruby, don't kill me.
But yeah, he called himself a patsy. So that mail order gun right there, whole thing, led to what is it? The Gun Control Act of 1968, which banned mail order guns.
Ruined it for all of us.
That was
Yep.
5 years later.
Yeah, it took him 5 years to ban.
Where?
Well, you got to remember, it has to go through Congress and all this, and then
Yeah,
vetoes.
but after
and-
the president is killed, I mean,
Here's the thing. You are God-given right with your guns. It is your God-given right to bear arms.
It's
You
an amendment,
got to
bro.
understand on how many Americans truly believe that we should have zero restrictions.
Like right,
on
one and
how we
two,
buy our
one and
gun.
two, free speech and bear arms.
Yep.
So you have the right to talk about how much you love guns and how much you like can own guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first two cover guns, basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
How much you love guns and guns.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, with that being said, I could see why it took 5 years, because even though he was assassinated, and it's unfortunate, just like Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and they didn't.
Damn,
I don't
bro.
even think they added
Not the
any-
link.
I don't even think they added gun control stuff when that one happened. You know, it's just we all,
Oh, bro. Can you imagine what gun control
America.
was trying to be like in the 1800s?
dude. Dude,
Insane.
Don't shoot me with your musket.
Right, right.
It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes to load.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
Stand right there. Don't move.
if they would have tried to take guns away back then, we would have had another uprising versus today. I feel like nothing's ever going to happen today.
Right, right. Because remember, guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Husbands who come home early.
Because think about it.
The
so,
gun just sitting there.
right,
ain't
yeah,
doing
yeah.
nothing.
Right, exactly. The gun's not levitating and just somehow has its own consciousness and shoots somebody. Somebody has to physically pick it up and pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So remember, people kill people.
Angry husbands.
Yes.
Oh, also with this the video that you sent us, when I was listening to the person, he was talking about how many different people that were digging into this assassination with a couple years after were dying, killed. They
Oh,
just kept,
Yeah, just
Being
kept, they had to clear house.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I think the film the frame 313.
Oh, there's Zapruder films.
Yeah, but
film.
this frame particular was taken and hidden in the
Yeah.
by a person who was doing research but wanted to not be unalived. So he basically quit and then took it with him and secured it until he was close to being dead, and then released it or something
I
like
heard
that.
that theory too.
And then people were in different positions, like doing their forensics and just crap like that. But whatever positions they were, all of them, people were getting like moved around to like be all like, oh, you're doing like forensics on it. Okay, now you're an office person that has nothing to do with it. So they were tactically moving people around to get who they wanted in there, who they could cover this up a lot easier with.
Yeah, I hope that we find out, like, really get down to the bottom of it, and they come out with what. But I still think with all the documents, they're retracting some of the information so that we
I'm
can't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
And
They like to have control over
redacting.
what we know.
redacting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else there, Johnny boy?
Oh,
What else y'all want to know?
Well, what about the theory with the CIA wanting JFK dead is because JFK said to one of his colleagues that he wants to shatter the CIA into a million pieces, meaning he wants to abolish it. That's one theory why people say that the CIA wanted him dead is because, be real here though, the CIA has too much power. Please don't kill me, CIA, or assassinate me. Because I'm not famous enough.
So, based off the recent stuff that has been released, the 16,000 documents that Biden released in 2023, and then the 2,000 additional files that Trump did.
Yeah, Trump
25?
ordered the full release of the remaining JFK files.
The rest of them. So that CIA surveillance was actually started on Oswald before the shootings.
Yeah.
And they lied about it, and even in court and testified and said they didn't know stuff about that. So in 1959, when he defected to the Soviet Union, that's when they began surveilling him. 35 CIA agents were handed reports on him between 59 and 63. A counterintelligence chief and his deputy director had a 180-page dossier on their desk a week before the shooting.
Yeah, that makes sense that they've been surveilling him because he tried to get a visa in, I think, Mexico City it was. And
on his trips to Mexico City to get visas, he tried to get them for Mexico and Cuba.
And Soviet Union.
Yeah, so... wait. He went to Mexico to get it for Cuba and Soviet Union.
Yeah. But the Cubans, didn't they refuse him to be... Yeah.
And then I think I think he did get it for the Soviet Union, though.
Yep. So they found that out, that he was doing that because they had wiretaps in the embassies for Cuba and Soviet Union. And they were also following him around and tracking him as they were doing that.
Wait, so what made them track him?
Oh,
Because he defected to the Soviet Union. He was former U.S. military Marine, and he went straight from... Because he had issues with the military, and he went from U.S. to Russia right away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like right after he
I didn't
got
know what
out,
that
he
word
went
meant.
down to Mexico City.
Yep. So he left, and when he was like, oh, now he's Russian, now he hates United States, now he's going to share secrets.
Right.
Straight, like, we got to surveil this guy.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's all secrets on how to shoot yourself in the elbow.
I find it very interesting that they redid the audio and ballistics, like analyzing it. Did a reanalyze. Because independent researchers included former HSCA analyst Douglas Horn. Is that Horny?
Horn.
Yeah, horny. Yeah, you can say it both ways.
Yeah, hornball.
Have claimed that JFK skull's X-ray showed evidence of 3 headshots, 2 from the front, based on the fragment patterns of the entry/exit wound.
Yeah.
On X, users have shared
Crack thump analysis.
Thank you. To argue for shots from multiple ranges, such as 143 yards, aligning with a rooftop, and a 78 yard, possibly from a grassy knoll. Grassy.
No.
No.
Grassy.
It's grassy.
No.
So follow back a little bit on the CIA thing. So there was 2 guys, I think their names. So the one talks about the CIA misleading the Warren Commission, the House of Assassinations, as far as the late 70s. So they lied as far as like into the late 70s about this stuff like that. We don't know shit.
It's crazy, insane.
So, CIA officer George Jonadinas ran a psychological warfare opt in New Orleans, where he ran into Oswald handing out pamphlets for what was it called? Fair Play for Cuba. So he was trying to support Cuba, and he was handing out pamphlets down in New Orleans. And at the same time, this guy was running a psych op for students to see why people were defecting to Cuba and try to support him.
Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. Or not. I don't know how you would take that.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting that shit was going on.
Yeah. So they called it an anti-Castro student group. And Oswald was handing out pamphlets to support Cuba
Wow.
All right.
in New Orleans. And I think, hold on, this was in the same month.
The assassination?
Yeah.
In November? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got some more other stuff too.
It's within a few months. Not the month before, but within a few months of the assassination, he ran into him in New Orleans, found him handing these pamphlets out.